So Connor, can you share with me your experience in Sydney the last month?
Wow, it's been a really eventful month. I had a lot of expectations before I got to Sydney. So I lived here before. I love Australia, my favourite country for lifestyle in the whole world. So I was so passionate about coming back and really excited to see what's going to happen. And it's lived up to the billing. It's really knocked out the park. I've enjoyed every single day, I can truly say that. And you got the good attitude, that helps. But the country just helps you so much. I mean, the sun's just gone down, sunset, it's beautiful weather. Had a lovely sunny day. There has been some bad weather, which I'll talk about in another video, but generally the weather's been really, really nice, and that just affords such a good lifestyle.
Yeah, exactly.
But,
so you've been here, you've been here 10 years before. So what are the differences that you can see, between 10 years ago and now?
Well, straight behind you, these buildings here, they weren't there. The wharf was totally different. I think we showed you in a video before, but you might do a spin round, but there's some new construction going on behind us. So the whole of Sydney's skyline and everything is changing. It has changed. But it's still the same place. It's still a beautiful city. Atmospherically, it feels very similar to me. I find it the best place to network I've been to in a long time. I know a lot of people talk about Bali. I haven't been in 10 years, so I have to go back. But Sydney's such a great place to network, great vibe. So it's still a magical place to be, even though things have changed a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. It's still a very nice place. So you have been around the world, you've been to Asia, you've been to Europe, everywhere, UK, stuff like that. So how do you feel about between Australia and other places? Is this your favorite place?
Yeah, Australia's my favorite place, but it's lifestyle, you see. I love to travel all the countries in the world. You get good cuisine, good culture, nice people everywhere you go. And there's that kind of that old phrase, it's not where you are, it's who you're with, and that's true. If you've got good company, you're going to enjoy wherever you are.
Yeah, exactly.
And I really like that. But at the same time, lifestyle-wise, there's a lot of things that can make your environment optimized, and Australia ticks all the boxes. The weather's perfect pretty much, the people are good, it's affordable, it's expensive but affordable. Freedom of speech is your one issue, so we'll talk about it in another one. It's a bit of a testing ground for the WEF, the World Economic Forum. They test out kind of cashless society, things like that. That's your downside, but your upside is lifestyle. One of the healthiest places to live, great things to do, place I love to be.
Very nice to hear. So can you share with us your normal day-to-day activity in Sydney? Because you basically go out every day now.
Well, you know how going for a run can be a bit of a drag, or going to the gym, you don't want to get out of bed, it's cold or whatever. Australia is the opposite. You're actually invigorated to do it. I want to go out to go and do X, Y, Z, daily mundane things. It's a great city, a nice place to walk around, nice place to be. We live in Surrey Hills, which is one of the nicer areas of Sydney. You just feel that energy to go and do it.
Go and do it.
There's lovely coffee shops, brilliant bars. The nightlife is a bit tame, but the day life is unbeatable. So during the day, it's a great place to be, but the nightlife, it's capped around 1 a.m. really. But I'm 35 now, it's not my biggest top of the agenda kind of thing. But I mean, you can see people here all enjoying it, young people, getting on the boats, boat trips. You can go whale watching, you can go sightseeing, loads of different islands and all the beaches to go to. So you literally have unlimited things to do.
Yeah, definitely. So is Australia a place you consider, staying long term?
Yeah, for sure. Like I say, it's #1 lifestyle place in the world for me. It's different for different people, but it ticks all the boxes. You make good money here, it's good lifestyle, great place. I mean, if you get the chance, come and check it out for yourself.
So what do you think about for people who would like to relocate to Australia, about the visa regulations and the pathway to move here? So what do you think about that?
Yeah, it can be difficult. The way I see it is, if you're going to commit to the process, obviously providing you either have some skills for the skilled worker visa, or you can commit to a longer term, maybe student options. definitely do it. If you commit 2 years to that process, you'll probably achieve the goals you're after, but it does take dedication and methodology. If you just go in and don't really know what you're going to do, and you'll waste that time potentially, and you might miss the visa opportunities. So it is strict at the moment. It was less strict a couple of years ago after COVID, but now it's strict again. It will change again. Australia does need immigration, and skilled immigration, so things will change. So don't base your decision just on what's going on right now. Think for the future. If it's somewhere you want to be, you commit your time to it, you'll achieve the goals you're after. But it does take dedication and commitment.
Yep. You look good actually.
You want to ask another question?
Yep. So
anything, you can change subject, whatever.
yeah. So you've been to a lot of cities in Australia, like Adelaide, and Melbourne, now to Sydney. So which cities, that you like most?
Yeah, it depends up to you. I really like Adelaide to live in because it's small, you can get around it, you can fly anywhere you want. So if you want to go to Byron Bay, you just fly away or whatever. There's loads of lovely places in South Australia too. So I love Adelaide, but there's loads of different places. Melbourne's a great culture. Sydney's, more of a CBD capital, with all the banking and everything. Brisbane's a great place to be in the winter, great weather through the winter, and more leisure activities such as surfing. They're all good. It's up to you which one you like. Come and taste it for yourself, try them yourself. But no, they're all great. I've done a video about it. Link will be in the description, I guess. And you can see what my opinions are on different cities. They're all great. I'll be honest, being in Sydney, as much as I love it, it's not actually my favourite place to be. I can feel that a bit too much for me because I'm not a big city guy. I'm not like a capital city guy. I really value connections, and I find that easier to make in smaller places such as Adelaide. Yep. But I found networking very easy this time, and I think it's a great place to network as well in Sydney. So there's lots of pros and cons. If you're into your business, you might pick Sydney for the business opportunities. Come and see what you like for yourself.
So talk about like the networking. So you've been going for a few networking here in Sydney.
Yep.
So talk to me through it. How do you feel about it? How do you find it? Like, is it easy to network?
I'm outgoing. I'm a bit of an extrovert. I like my own space and can be introverted, but I'm more extroverted than most people. So for me, networking comes quite naturally. However, just from a literal point of view, Sydney has so many networking opportunities. Even if you're completely introverted, there's so many good networking events you can attend, whether that's even social to like board gaming events or whatever you like doing. There's all kinds of events in Sydney every weekend, every week. And then there's more business-minded ones as well if you're a bit more outgoing to actually make the connections yourself. I think it's one of the best places to find work. If you get out there and talk to people, they might know of someone who can teach you about job opportunities or great places to apply. So networking, I think, is a great thing to do in life. I think you should get used to it, even if it's difficult for you. It just takes confidence and a bit of commitment as well. So if you're committed to doing it, you promise yourself that you're going to do it, you will do it. And then it takes that bit of confidence, going through the pain barrier to actually speak to people and make meaningful connections.
Yeah. So what do you think about the potential Advanced Academy, in Australia, and what kind of benefits Advanced Academy can bring to people?
Yeah, well, we want to help everyone, and we can help everyone. It doesn't matter if you're a high net worth individual who's looking for a pay rise or a job opportunity, or if you're a young professional or a student looking to get on that ladder or progress on the ladder, we can help with it all. But yeah, I think it's giving people that inspiration, that mentorship to guide them through the roadmap, which is really important because it's so competitive these days, and the online world is even though there's a lot of opportunities that weren't there 10 years ago, it's also saturated. So you need to know how to navigate it, and having a helping hand or having a specialist in the outreach, in the networking, in the recruiter game, I think that really helps. Everyone who's joined and committed to our program has really benefited. So That's what we're about. It's giving you guys a bit of a boost. Everyone can do with it. If V helps me, I'll get better. If I help V, V gets better. That's how it works. She helps me all the time. I help her when I can. And yeah, that's how it works really. And a great community like Events Academy, like-minded individuals, lots of networking events even within the academy.
Yeah.
So it's a great thing to be part of.
So that's a bit controversial nowadays. It's by like the mentoring is a bit more like,
Yeah.
you know, yeah. So what do you
Yeah.
think about the role of a mentor?
Yeah, well, not everybody needs it. If you're really self-driven and you motivate yourself, you set yourself goals, and you're very practically minded as well to set the right goals, then you might not need mentorship. But I think for most people, we'll be lacking in a little element along that path. So mentorship's really useful, and it keeps you, what's the word? Kind of keeps you, let me find the word. Yeah,
On
it
the
keeps you
right
on
path?
target.
Yeah.
Like, if you're straying off target, mentorship will keep you on the track. But also, you know, there's a full course within Events Academy, you know, in marketing, in job outreach, in recruitment. So if you go down that avenue, you're going to learn a lot from the course. How to outreach properly, how to network, what are the best opportunities, literally provides networking opportunities to you to reach out to. And if you have the money for the done for you service, everything can be done for you, so you don't have to do the outreach, which is a brilliant tool in today's day and age. I think, you know, we don't have the time to do the outreach for the next job we're looking for, so paying someone to do that is going to benefit you in the long run. And even like the cost of the course you'll make back in a month's salary. So it's really worth doing.
So from your experience, so from like 10-year experience working in finance or recruitment, so
Yeah.
which industry you think the most, you know, like promising for youngsters to get into? For example,
Well-
especially in the UK, Australia.
Well, you know, fintech, AI, data, marketing, sales. That's kind of the cornerstone of business and the future of business, and computer science as well, which I'm not really into that, but a lot of our students do it. You know, it's a great industry to be in. Those would be great industries, but I think follow your passion. So if you're passionate about something, you should definitely follow that. There's no point doing something for the sake of doing it because you think there's an opportunity there. If you're passionate about something, I've got a friend who's passionate in cars, doing really, really well in the automotive industry. So there's opportunities in anything you're passionate about. If you're passionate about football, you can find a way of making really good income online, or becoming a journalist, an online journalist, and that might lead to opportunities in the mainstream. So yeah, follow your passions would be my first advice. But yeah, fintech, data, marketing, great industries, computer science, you know, coding. Even though AI can take care of these things in the future, it's going to need skilled handlers, people who understand data, computer, and AI.
Yeah. So what would be your next adventure, you know, after Sydney? Or like what will be your, you know, future
Yeah.
plans?
You know, it's all up in the air for me, but a friend reminded me last night, I was on the phone with a friend, he was asking the same question. I said, I don't know really. I said, I love Australia. I'd like to spend more time in Australia, but I'm not here to make money from Australia. The business is a global business, and currently in the UK, we might open one in the Australia too. But so I'm not here for that reason. It's like I can live anywhere in the world, and that's the beauty of starting your own business. If I'm honest, I think the pathway for someone should be to go your own way and perhaps leave the job market. Start your own business, become self-employed, a sole trader, or a limited company, or even a non-for-profit if that's where you want to go with it. I think that pathway would be better for anyone, and that allows you to live anywhere you want in the world, wherever that may be. It could be CBD, it could be, you know, a penthouse apartment, or it could be a beach in Bali, or a beach house somewhere in the world. So I must be honest, I love my lifestyle, I love what I've created. I dreamed of this 10 years ago. It's been a plan 10 years in the making, but it doesn't take that long. You can do it in 2 years. And we provide that pathway. So if you're interested in the business pathway, we also offer the business pathway course. So reach out if you want to know how to do it.
Good.
Do you want to ask me if, like, do you think Australia's been a success moving to Australia?
Oh yeah. So you've been in Australia. You've been in Australia before,
have.
and now you've been back to Australia. So was it like the bad decision you have ever made?
Well, it's funny. I mean, you're kind of bringing me back to a previous decision 10 years ago. Moving here was the best decision I ever made in my life. Friends actually moved here first. I had about 5 friends out here. I was about 22, 23 or something, 24 maybe. And they were all saying how magical it was. I was quite happy in the UK working in finance, working in London, but the opportunity came to go to Australia, and I listened to them, and I thought, even if it's not as good as they say it is, even if it's only half as good, it's worth the opportunity. And it was twice as good as they said it was, so it was magical, best decision I ever made. Coming back now, I can see challenges with cost of living and things that weren't as bad back then. It's got worse in the last 10 years, but it's still a great place to come. Still one of the best opportunities in the world for job opportunities and making money while living a good lifestyle.
Yeah.
So do you want to ask me, do you think moving to Australia has been a success this time around?
Oh yeah. So do you think moving to Australia this time has been, successful?
Definitely. I don't regret a minute of it. It's a beautiful country, beautiful place to be. I feel at peace here. I feel it's a really nice environment to be in. So I'm very biased. I've had great experiences here. But I mean, just look at it. Look at these boats going by. It really is my favorite place to live. And I hope you guys get to experience it, either from a travel perspective or get to live here too.
Do you have any advice for, young people who still a bit afraid of, trying new adventures and,
Yeah, well, some of it's good cautiousness, being cautious. If you don't have the money or the skills yet, then you need to train up and save up. But if you have the money, and it only takes probably $5,000, a bit maybe less, but it depends what you're doing. Let's say $5,000 would be a nice nest egg to have, and you can save that up in 3 months hard work if you're not going out too much. You save that up in 3 or 4 months, 5 months, maybe a bit longer, 6 months. And we can help you with finding pathways to doing that. There's lucrative ways to make money in your hometown. So put that effort in, get yourself to that base point, but providing you're at that point, which most people hopefully are, go for it. What's stopping you? I'd say, what's holding you back? Is there something really there? I mean, it could be family or something else. It's balancing, finding that balance, but I think, would you want to regret not coming? I think be true to yourself. Sometimes you have to make that, I wouldn't say selfish decision, but a self-minded decision that's going to benefit your future. So I say go for it. There shouldn't be any barriers holding you back. Work what they are and surpass them, get over those barriers and go and do it. Doing these things helps you grow. Even if you leave Australia, it wasn't the place for you. You're going to grow so much in that year or however long it is. So I think growth comes from struggle. So put yourself in those difficult places and achieve what you're capable of, because you're a brilliant human being, capable of anything. We've proved it. If I can do it, anyone can do it.
So you have been, traveling around the world, and on those, experiences are very, very, very valuable on the, the experience and expertise you've been accumulated. But imagine if you decided to stay in the UK and, pursue your career in finance, and you wouldn't have the chance to travel.
Exactly.
So if you could do it again, which option would you choose? Stay in UK, having a career, or traveling, having all those experiences?
You have to follow your heart. You have to do what's right for you. So for me, that was doing what I did. Moving to self-employment has vastly benefited my life. The job ladder was good while it lasted, but moving to self-employed has been a game changer for my life. And I really think you guys should consider it. It's not that difficult. You find a niche that you're passionate about and you exploit the opportunities there. Online coaching or online businesses these days is a superb business model, low cost, high profit. So we've got a full framework for that. If you want to know more, reach out. Happy to share it for free. What else was part of the question? Oh, yeah. What else would I have done?
Options, yeah.
I wouldn't really have done anything differently. You've got to follow your heart, and I always did. Follow your gut as well, and your brain. You've got to make a plan. Don't just rush there. Make a plan and follow it. I don't regret anything. It's the best decision of my life.
So, like I said, being international student like myself, when traveling around, and you feel a bit quite lonely because you far from your family, your
Yeah.
friends, and you have to like give up everything behind, start a new place. So do you feel like it when you're traveling to new different countries?
Well, a bit of a catchphrase again. The struggle can be real, but it's really worth it, isn't it? You know, you get so much value from those difficult scenarios. But no, I'll be honest, it's so easy to meet people here. All the networking events, we've been to meetup events, we've been to networking events, we've been to board game events and beach events. Go to them, go and put yourself out there. There's something to do every day of the week. So if you're lonely, just put that bit of effort in, you know. Have your favourite drink or a bubble tea or a coffee, something make yourself feel better. Bit of me time, and then push yourself. And even if you don't speak to anyone, at least you went out. At least you put yourself out. And then next time, try and build on that. But no, loneliness. I heard a saying something like, "Are you lonely or are you just alone?"
Yeah, yeah.
You know, alone you can change that. You can put yourself in different scenarios to change that. You know, if you're studying, try and make friends on your course. If you're working, try and find a like-minded individual at work. Or yeah, just meet one friend. Another friend told me recently, he's a good networker. I said, "You're very good at, you know, finding these nice circles of people to hang around with." And he says, "Yeah," he says, "you find one person who's like-minded, you enjoy playing pool or whatever. Don't know what those hand signals are, but then he'll introduce you to someone else."
Yeah,
So that's how you can grow your network quite quickly, just from one friendship. So yeah, are you lonely or are you just alone? If you're just alone, try and put yourself out there more. Every city has opportunities. Sydney's one of the best. But even in places, I used to live in Bradford, there's networking opportunities. I used to go to the young professionals events in Bradford. It was great. Meet young people, have a glass of wine or some free food or whatever, you know, sandwich or whatever. It's nice. And then you can build from there. So yeah, I mean, look, what a great place to be. So yeah, just do it. There will be struggles in life, but just do it. Push yourself past that comfort zone and do it. If you need a bit of help, we'll help you for free. It's not about that for us. It's about you. It's about you guys having the best possible experience in life. Don't hold yourself back. Go for it. It'll be worth it in the long run. So I'll sign out on this one. Enjoy Darling Harbour, just like we do.
So it's Violet, a reporter from Sydney, and I'm interviewing Connor.
Yeah, here you are.
So I'm the one who's behind the camera this time.
Thanks for that. Behind the scenes footage. We'll see you in the next one.
See you next one. Bye.
There's the boats, look.